Town Square Media is proud to present to you the best Quad City sports talk radio show in the world. With the face who runs the place, T-Roy, the OG on the marquee, Jaybird, and the cat who runs the chat with the stats, Statman Surge. We are Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. We're not a Quad City sports talk radio show. We're not the Quad City sports talk radio show. We are your Quad City sports talk radio show. Welcome to the conversation, Quad Cities. But first, the dawn. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. It's 12:01 in the afternoon, Monday, December 6th. The first Monday of December. The last first Monday
of the year. I like it.
Yeah, of the month. So, yeah, we're here. Don't Hassle Us Local. Here on ESPN 1170 AM and ESPN 104.1 FM. Crazy weekend.
Crazy? Well, you think you know sports, you know? You think you know something about the NFL. And you think you know what's going to happen. You know, every football game, it doesn't exist. What are you playing for me, Jay? Oh, this the Rose Bowl song again? No.
That's about the way I feel about this weekend. Just yakety sax. Everything gambling-wise, all the way to what happened here. Yeah, that's about the way I feel. Just a song in your head that just goes over and over, and it doesn't make any sense to you. And it just is a constant, just like you feel like a clown cars all around. Yeah, it was a strange weekend. Wasn't bad. How was your weekend though?
It wasn't awful. You know,
I wouldn't say it was awful.
Weather wasn't bad. You know, got through it all. Got to watch all my favorite sports teams. You know, Hawkeye basketball, Hawkeye football.
Yeah,
Bulls
they didn't
basketball,
do too bad against Purdue.
Bears,
77-70.
yeah.
Right? No.
Which we thought was going to be a blowout. That number just kept going up.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just begging you.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, it was just kind of all over the place. Yeah, we'll start there. That wasn't bad. They got a game tonight against Illinois.
Yeah.
So that should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, nice
we'll talk about that
back.
a little bit later.
Is it at Illinois?
No, it's in Iowa City.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's going to be at 6 o'clock tonight.
I kind of want to see how the crowd turns out tonight. I'd like to see a big crowd there. That'd be good.
I assume it'll be pretty good. That's going to be on FS1 tonight, so 6 o'clock. That game will be on. It's Iowa versus Illinois. Illinois 6-2, 1-0 in the Big Ten. Iowa 7-1 on the year, 0-1 in the Big Ten. Yeah, and like you said, hung with Purdue. They had a large number on that. And then you go into, Championship Saturday, which, I mean, fun day. I enjoyed the games.
Yeah, it was. A lot of good
Baylor,
games.
Oklahoma State was nuts at the end.
Oh, how about that? How you on the 1 yard line that many times?
I have no
you can't
idea.
Punch it in? I mean, somebody's got to fall forward.
That was crazy to me. It was fun because I got to watch a lot of it with my son. So he's slowly getting, he's only 10, but he's getting into football more and more. And we're both kind of yelling on TV like, get up to the line, call the play, do this and that, and thinking that it's over with. But no, Baylor got the win and wins the Big 12 championship. Alabama just rolled over Georgia. I mean, Georgia came out hard.
Yeah.
And then after that, Alabama
Once
just
they
figured
it out,
Yeah.
Once it was just picking them apart. And I don't know. Where were you on in that game?
I was on Bama. Remember we did against the lines? The plus 6.5. I was like, this is too much.
Yeah, it's way too much.
Well,
it's dumb.
24-1 or 26-1 against former assistant coaches. Mm-hmm. And the last one came this year, obviously, against Jimbo Fisher. Not taking away from Kirby Smart or Georgia. But, yeah, it just seems like they figured it out. I think Saban and Alabama just cherish being in the underdog role.
Yeah.
Cincinnati, there was a 10.5 there, that line. Cincinnati covered the spread. Early Houston was in that game.
There was one turnover that just completely turned that game around. They gave the ball basically in the red zone. Kind of sucked the life right out of Houston. I felt like they were playing with a lot of fire once that happened. Defense looked tired coming back right out in the field.
Houston was on the way looking towards maybe a backdoor cover in that, but to no avail. Friday night, Utah, Oregon went about the way that we said we thought it would.
Yeah.
That Utah just kind of wanted to be there a little bit more than Oregon. And guess who else didn't want to be there? Oregon's coach.
He gone?
Well, yesterday they were saying that they're trying to work things that University of Miami is trying to work on Mario Cristobal. And today they announced that they released their coach, Diaz, Miami, and Mario's going to be the next coach of Oregon.
Okay.
So guess what? Someone else didn't want to be there.
Well,
the players and the coach.
The players and the
so
coach.
Utah was on the right side of that bet. Utah was -3 going into that.
No,
so
that was kind of assumed. They just played a couple weeks ago. Not enough was going to change.
Yeah. So that was in the Pac-12 championship. The AAC, the Pittsburgh game, that was going on at the same game as the Iowa game. Pitt just rolled all over him. The biggest controversy there is the no slide by the quarterback. Did you see that?
I did not see that. I've only seen headlines of it, and they said like it's a gray area and it's going to be a bad thing for.
So
what was the no slide?
He it's a third down, I believe, and he's obviously he's in Pitt territory, but not deep. But I think it's at the 32 because I think it's a 68-yard scramble, and he makes it to he gets the first down and makes it to right around, I would say, Wake Forest is like 48, 45, and there's two defenders coming, and he just drags that foot perfectly. It looks like it's going to be a slide. I mean, everything is a stutter step, and they both ease up at the same time, and he sees something, and right before he just kind of, as he's dragging the foot, it looks like he's just going to go down. He picks himself right back up, pushes off, and takes off for the rest of the touchdown. So the Wake Forest coach is like, listen, I know it's not in the rules, but this is something that's going to have to be addressed.
Yeah.
The Pitt coach obviously is like, so be it. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's not.
And the quarterback, he goes, it's not something that I've practiced or anything like that. I noticed it. I recognized it.
Just kind of happened.
Yep. Kind of just going to go after it. So, yeah, I understand. And then we did have a game. Well, I don't know if there was a game, but they made him play all 4 quarters on Saturday night in Indianapolis.
Oh yeah, I think I missed like most of the fourth and end of the third quarter of that game. Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, it was a little blurry come the middle of the third quarter.
Well, remember I kept saying I'm worried if it gets to 14-0, that's when it's time to worry.
Yep.
And
what was it 14-3? Was it 14?
It was 14-0 before it was 14-3. It should have been 7-3. Yeah. And so. This is the second.
Oh, yeah, missed field goal right away.
Yeah, this is the second game in a row Iowa has elected to defer in the second half. And for those who follow Iowa will recognize that a lot of times Iowa will take the ball right away. They did against Nebraska, which was strange. I mean, that's not – do whatever you want. If they see something better to the second half, that's it. But, it's just one of those things that stick out, especially like when you're with someone like your son and you like want to be Nostradamus. And you're like, oh, they're going to receive. Yeah. Like, oh, okay. Well, that sticks out.
What would you have done, Jay? It was kind of.
I would elect to in the second half. Was what I would have done. Now getting down there, the missed field goal hurts. Mm-hmm. The big run, the trick play. I mean, we come out there. What did we say? Go to the bag of tricks.
Yep.
I was trying to throw some things.
Something.
Yeah, they're doing some trick plays here and there. It's looking good, but yeah, the missed field goal was a pain in the rear end. I think it should have been 14-7, not 14-0.
Just not how you want to start the game.
Then get a field goal and then not really score again. I think that's 3 trips in the red zone and nothing out of it. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it was tough. I don't know. Listen, there was a lot of. I would not want to be. We've joked about it, and. We always stand, I don't know. Twitter's a rough place, okay? And the moment you're like criticizing like the OC Brian Ferentz, and you see like other people are too, it's not like ganging up because I don't really like get on threads and be like, yeah, you're right or like it or anything like that. But to my friends, I'm like, God, this is brutal. This is really bad. But then you have everyone else like, I'm a Hawk fan for my whole life, and they overachieved and. Just because you overachieve by getting to that many victories, I don't think is that much to say because our over-under from Vegas is going to be 7.5 every year.
Yeah.
And it will be for as long as we know it, like all the way through another 10 years. So, okay, either you bet it or you didn't. That's the way I look at it. Like if you want to say, oh, they overachieved, like did you bet the under? Yeah. No, you probably didn't. But did you think that they so confident they were going to get the over? Like, don't say they overachieved.
you can't rely on your defense to do everything. We said that as well. Going to Padilla in the second half and then saying he had something, he was like in his sternum or whatever else. Like, I hate that. Like, I just say we made a change.
Yeah.
We saw something out there that maybe
do something.
Yeah. Instead of like the whole, we needed to make a change because he was a little banged up. Like, it's always that, and it's kind of like a down 28-3. We're at third down, and we run some dumb draw.
Yeah.
Third down and long. They're up 28-3. They're throwing flea flickers. Like, that's it. I mean, that's the scoring. People were upset about Michigan State still scoring or whatever else. I'm never upset. I never looked at it like that. Kind of like, oh, this is classless by Harbaugh.
I didn't honest.
Yeah, I didn't look at it like that. Then you've got the whole 42 for the number of the football player at the shooting at Oxford, Michigan. But they didn't do it for him. It just happened to like work out that way. So to me, I'm like, there was just way too much of that. Like later on that night, or mainly the next day, like, oh, 42. Did you see this? And that stands for him. And then there's also 3 victims, and they addressed it later, like after the game. Harbaugh's like, we didn't plan on shooting for 42. It was Aiden, which of course it was Aiden, because dear Lord, listen, Joe Klatt usually tries to pull for Iowa the best they can, but these guys were all over Michigan about how it's a team of destiny. And the whole, this is our 80 Olympics, and we still have to beat Finland. And listen, Aiden Hutchinson, if he goes to New York, that's great, but these two guys basically gave him not only the Heisman Trophy, but the number 1 draft pick overall, and he's already in the Hall of Fame. It was crazy. So, and again, I guess I say that as a Iowa fan who thinks that everybody's a homer, including the referee.
Mm-hmm.
The targeting call?
Yeah.
The no call?
Yeah.
I called it live, but I was like, that's targeting. And unfortunately, I'm not saying that with malice or intent or anything, but you have to call it if you call it. And you can't have announcers that are like, oh, that's targeting. And they go to Mike Pereira in New York, and he's like, yeah,
that's targeting.
Sorry, it's targeting. That's hit him with the crown of his head, led with it.
Yep.
And they're like, yeah, no flag. Yeah. You're like, that's bad. That's a bad look, but I don't know if that would change anything.
No, I don't think it really would have.
Andy from the Natty says Michigan needed the style points. I don't think it made the difference. Everyone says that, but I don't think it makes a difference. I'm not a fan of the Final Four, to be honest with you.
What don't you like?
I don't like Alabama at a 1, Georgia at a 3. I think it's with intent to keep them out of each other's way in the semifinal and set them up for an All-SEC championship. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see. Everyone would rather see Alabama, Georgia in the semis. Less people are going to watch them if they're in the championship.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I agree with you. But they're kind of looking like the 2 best teams. I mean, not after Saturday. Alabama just kind of embarrassed them.
Michigan stays at 2. Alabama was a 3. Cincy stays at 4. The argument here is that Georgia drops down to 4 or Michigan leapfrogs Alabama to go to the 1. Bama lost to Texas A&M on a last-second field goal. Michigan State lost by a touchdown, last-second touchdown to Michigan State. I don't know where the argument falls. I don't know if Georgia should have fallen to 4 or Michigan should have jumped up to 1. That's where the argument is.
Could you ever move Bama to 1 and Georgia 2? And have you a Michigan drop even with a win? Just because how the game falls.
Why can't Cincinnati go to 3 though? Why can't it? It's not a slight to Georgia drop from 1 to 4, but Cincinnati won their conference championship and won it in convincing style. I realize they only have one win over a top 25. Well, at the time I think Houston was ranked, but not anymore. But Notre Dame is number 5 in their committee.
Yeah, so that's a big win. That's not just any old win right there.
Michigan's loss is to number 10. Cincinnati doesn't have a loss. I actually think Cincinnati should be 3. Georgia should have fallen to 4. They all won their they won their conference championship. But again, I'm doing it only because I think it should have been SEC in the semis and then Michigan and Cincinnati in the other one. And I think that's going to put more eyeballs on it, if you ask me. Anyway, Iowa's got the Citrus Bowl coming up.
Not Florida bound. Not going to Florida.
You're not.
It's just that I was hoping that it wasn't going to be a New Year's Day Bowl. I was hoping it was going to be like the second or third or the fourth. So, yeah, that one just doesn't work out with the schedule as well.
Iowa is now accepting Citrus Bowl ticket request. They started today. It'll go through noon on Friday of this week.
I thought they were talking about
for the iClub, for season ticket holders and iClub members. Fans are encouraged to monitor their email inbox for ordering information and visit HawkeyeSports.com/Bull Central for update information. If tickets remain after the priority process, they will be made available for the public on Tuesday, December 14th. This is Iowa's 34th bowl game appearance in their second Citrus Bowl, formerly known as the Capital One Bowl. People will remember the Cap One Bowl because that's when Iowa defeated then number 11 LSU 30-25 on Tate to Holloway's 56-yard touchdown pass. This time expired on January 1st, 2005. So it's number 15th ranked University of Iowa football versus number 22nd ranked Kentucky. In the Citrus Bowl on January 1st in Orlando, kickoff time is set for noon our time from the Camping World Stadium and will be televised on ABC.
What happened to Texas A&M there? I thought that was the...
That's what I thought, too.
Everybody was pointing in that direction. Was there a reason?
I think the storyline with Stoops, Ferentz type of background, their Iowa connection. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. I see that, I guess.
Yeah, someone else was mentioning that. I can't remember if it was on... I think it was on Twitter. It could have been Brommelkamp. It could have been Miller. It could have been someone. It could have been Kakert. I don't know. I have to go back. But that... Ferentz did not like when we played Oklahoma in the bowl game. I have to look back at which one is. Just like maybe one of those Sun Bowl Insight or something like that. Just didn't like the week. Didn't like going against Stoops. They're friends. They're friendly. You know, they're friends. Didn't like it. And they mentioned that this probably isn't a game he wants, but it just looks good. That's all. So, I
wonder how well Kentucky will travel to that game. You know, the Hawkeyes are going to travel well no matter what, but...
No, and then I have to. This is only through hearsay. I didn't look it up online, but Iowa State's also going to be down in Orlando, and you know the whole like, well, we're going to run out of Busch Light again. Like I was like, I don't know if Iowa State's going to travel as well as you guys think it will for after a year they just had.
Yeah.
Not to take anything away from it, but the year that they expected to have. How's that? Yeah. I think Iowa's going to travel down that Citrus, and I mean, like it'll be now 17 years since that game, so it's something new. Orlando's, it's a nice area. Mm-hmm. Go down there, find a couple places from dinners, drive-ins, and dives. There's a nice oyster bar there. I like Orlando.
You like Orlando?
I do. I like Orlando. Really, I like oysters. Yeah.
Big oyster fan, huh?
I am. Yeah. Get right in there, shuck them or whatever else.
What are you thinking? You going to try to make the trip, or?
I don't think so, but it's not. If something fell in my lap, I wouldn't be like, no. And so I'm not against it. But dang it, I mean, now they mention it, I don't know. I really like that oyster bar. I want to go back. It's not so much the bowl game, but...
What was that oyster bar called?
I have to look it up.
Oh.
I really do. It was a hole-in-the-wall place. It was my kind of place.
Those are the best kind of places, man.
Have you ever been to an oyster bar?
No, I haven't.
Like you actually sit like at a bar, but it's made like out of stone.
Okay.
And they'll pre-shuck the oysters for you, but you eat the oysters, and basically there's a hole in the middle of it, and you just start moving your oysters down. They just go into this garbage thing in the middle. You just eat the oysters, saltines, and
it sounds like my kind of place.
And Tabasco.
Sounds like I love it.
Having some type of weird beer or whatever else, and just sitting there all day, just eating oysters.
A double hazy IPA.
It was, it was. I tell you, it was definitely a hole in the wall. I gotta look it up. We're going to take a break. We come back. We might have a phone call. I don't know. We got to look at the NFL. We got to do guest the lines in the second half. We might even have a guest in the second half of the hour. I don't know what's going on here. We'll be right back. ESPN 1170 AM. You want me to do trivia? I want to do trivia, though, too.
Hit a trivia question.
Sorry, guys. For anyone who...
No break.
If I just missed anybody, I'll give you our first trivia question because I don't want to do it in the second half. I want to do it right now. All right. Because we will talk about the NFL when we get back. Tonight, we have NFL. Do we have a Manning cast that we get to predict on?
I don't know if we have
All right,
Manning
we'll look
cast.
it
We'll
up.
have to look it up. They took last week off. I wouldn't
They
imagine
gotta
so.
be back, yeah. All right, the NFL. Buffalo's Highmark Stadium host tonight's Pats-Bills matchup. It opened in 1973. It is the fourth oldest NFL stadium. Name the only 3 older stadiums. So tonight, Pats-Bills, big-time matchup. Buffalo's Highmark Stadium is the host where the game's going to be. It opened in 1973. It is the NFL's fourth oldest stadium. Name the other 3 older stadiums. We'll be right back here at ESPN 1170 AM, ESPN 104.1 FM. Don't hassle us, we're local.
The Rock says he's going to make your Rudy Poo candy ass famous.
You like that? You like that?
Give me a hell yeah. I said give me a hell yeah.
This is WQAD's Matt Randazzo, and you're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
Hey, do you have time to go to Vegas with me?
Time? Yes. Extra money to pay for the flights? No.
No, not Vegas. I'm talking about Vegas, right here in the Quad Cities.
I've never heard about Vegas. Tell me more.
Oh, they're safe and secure gaming cafes with 6 locations.
What kind of games do they have there? And they've got beer, right?
They have the latest games provided by Gem, and yes, beer.
Sounds like I'm going to save on flights, have fun, and win big.
To find out more about their locations and hours they're open, visit VegasGamingCafeIL.com.
Join the Norma Leah virtual scavenger hunt. Every correct clue gets you in a drawing for great prizes. Check the Norma Leah Facebook page for clues to appear on Tuesdays and Fridays through December 14th. Visit the torso pictures and submit information on normaleah.org. Entries must be submitted by December 15th. What you don't know about ovarian cancer can kill you. The Norma Leah Initiative is taking the silence out of ovarian cancer. Join the conversation. Participate in the virtual scavenger hunt at normaleah.org.
Dell Technologies' end-of-year sale is the perfect time to upgrade tech. Save big on the latest computers featuring Windows 11 Pro that easily automate workflows. Don't forget to shop servers, storage, and top-brand electronics with savings up to 45% and all with free shipping. Call a Dell Technologies advisor to help you transform your digital workspaces with comprehensive end-to-end solutions. Find the right tech for your business needs at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Word of mouth has Dante's dental clinic thriving.
17 new patients? Nice. Is this next month's calendar?
But he needs another dentist to give his schedule a good cleaning.
This is this week? You're kidding. Oh, you're not.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Investors, listen up. There's been incredible demand in the market for companies focused on strategic mineral exploration. And right now, mineral discovery groups are piling into British Columbia's prolific Golden Triangle due to the massive discovery potential. China's economy is slowing down. Consumer goods remain in short supply. Pandemic-induced disruptions continue to affect global supply chains. And now the markets are bracing for interest rate hikes. All of this reads like a recipe for paying attention to companies focused on precious metals and in-demand minerals. Find out about the hottest companies leading the charge to revolutionize the multi-billion-dollar mineral exploration market for free when you text the word HOT to 71441 for your free subscription to DearWallStreet.com. Text the word HOT to 71441 now to get information on these hot companies that we've identified. Get free intelligence on this hot market delivered directly to your mobile device from DearWallStreet.com when you text the word HOT to 71441. Text and data rates may apply. Text HOT to 71441.
I'm Chris Rose with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. The Chiefs beat the Broncos 22-9 thanks to Patrick Mahomes' 10-yard rushing touchdown and a pair of picks by the improving Kansas City D. Tom Brady threw 4 touchdown passes and 368 yards in a Bucs win over the Falcons 30-17. Kyler Murray threw for 2 scores, ran for 2 more on the ground to help the Cards to a 33-22 win over the Bears. The Ravens fell to the Steelers 20-19 after a failed 2-point try that would have given the Ravens the lead with 12 ticks left. Justin Herbert threw 3 touchdowns and 317 yards passing to lead the Bolts to a 41-22 win in Cincinnati. The Lions won their first game of the season, besting the Vikings 29-27. Down by 4 with 4 ticks left, Jared Goff hit Amon-Ra St. Brown for the game-winning 11-yard score. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
The glowing lights, fresh-cut trees. Find all the holiday happenings at Lowe's Winterfest. With savings on select appliance special values, plus free local delivery over $396. And $20 savings on a Craftsman 20-volt max drill kit. Was $79, now $59. Make more holiday at Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. While supplies last, valid through 12/8. Appliance offer restrictions and other fees may apply. See store for details. U.S. only.
Napa know-how. Right now, a 5-quart jug of Napa full synthetic motor oil is only $19.99. It's the hottest deal of the year for the coldest time of the year. So if you're in your car right now, there's no need to turn on the heat. I'm about to read this sizzler again. That's Napa full synthetic for a hot $19.99. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating locations does not include taxes and fees. Advertised sale price not available in some states. Offer ends 12/31/21.
Not the same old song and dance. New and different every day. The Quad Cities sports leader. ESPN 1170.
On the air, ESPN 1170 AM. Don't hassle us for local. Yeah, what a day, huh?
It's not nice
I mean,
outside.
Nah, it's blustery, it's windy, but I mean, the weekend we're doing all that stuff.
Big time
Yeah.
hat.
Huh?
This hat's real warm.
I like your hat. Yeah,
It's fun.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have Monday Night Football today. Good game tonight.
Yeah.
Bills, Pats.
They always kind of rag on Monday Night Football and how they don't have very many good games. I think last week was what? Washington and Seattle, you know?
Yep.
But yeah, it's great that tonight's game's tonight.
Yeah, let's take
First place Patriots.
What?
First place Patriots.
That's right. How long, we don't know for, but as of right now, they're there. Also, there was one more thing that happened last night. We'll get to the NFL, but real quick. The Iowa State wrestling meet was on last night. That was a lot of fun.
Was there some pushing and shoving afterwards?
There was at the end.
Did I read that?
Really don't know what it came from.
Okay.
I think the dresser, the coach, Iowa State. I listened to his presser. He wasn't too happy with the referee. Referee basically disqualified the heavyweight from Iowa State for stalling out. I'm not going to get too deep into all the stuff of like how this works out, but you know the Iowa bench was very talkative, chippy, if you will, and it even got to the point where DeSanto was saying something to the guy calling the match. It was on ESPN Plus, so not everyone got to watch it. And it was just a little goofy. So I don't know really what the whole pushing was about, but it seemed like there were some coaches involved and some wrestlers involved. So we'll see. But I'm not shocked by it. How's that? It happens. Iowa State's always a big meet, and not a lot of the horses for Iowa were wrestling. So, but it was a good match. Jacob Warner lost a match to a kid who was ranked lower than him, so that was a big win for Iowa State. Big win for that kid. But other than that, nothing too crazy at all. So, but except for the end of it. But that's what happens at the Cyhawk. Should be fine with that.
So Iowa got a win this weekend.
Iowa did get a win this weekend.
Gotta
That's
love
right.
that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, all right, week 13. 5 biggest favorites all won and covered. Buccaneers -11 over the Falcons. Cardinals -8 over the Bears. Colts -10.5 over the Texans, and Rams 14 over the Jaguars. Things we kind of we talked about before how it started. Oh, and the Chiefs 8.5 over the Broncos. Games that we liked, whatever else. I did not like the Buccaneers over the Falcons that much. Did like the Cardinals over the Bears.
They've kind of found it a little bit, I think. Tampa Bay is kind of clicking.
I did like the Rams or the Jaguars because I said I've seen the Jaguars play, and I saw them play in Seattle, and that's it. And the Chiefs or the Broncos was surprising because the Chiefs don't usually cover. So,
yeah, a lot of points to cover there. I really thought Teddy would have a little bit better game than what he had.
So, through Sunday, the favorites went 7-5 straight up and 7-5 against the spread on Sunday. home and road teams split 6-6 straight up, 6-6 against the spread, while unders went 7-5, including the Thursday night football game. So that's we're including it now for the week. Road teams lead 7-6 straight up and against the spread, while unders are 8-5. The favorites on the season are 112, 77-1 straight up, but the underdogs lead 105, 84-1 against the spread. That's at almost 56%. Road teams lead 98, 91 straight up. That includes 3 neutral site games. Unders lead 108, 83-2. So what do you think about tonight?
Tonight, I started off really liking the Patriots. I think everybody's kind of been high on them ever since they've kind of taken over that AFC, I guess.
Okay.
But like I said, I kind of think that this is one where the Bills have been kind of slapped around a little bit. Not really slapped around, I guess, but more like not meeting their expectations.
Yeah.
I agree. They 1-2, and I feel like this is the one that they're kind of like they're going to want to win more than the Patriots.
This is their breakout game.
Yeah, make or break game.
I think we started highlighting this a couple weeks ago right after we saw the Jacksonville game, and we're like, listen, there's going to be a stretch here where the Bills are going to have to prove who they are. So they went to New Orleans and won. Now they have they've had a longer break. Now they're at home against New England. Then they go to Tampa Bay next week, which we'll do guess the lines in the second hour. Carolina won, not so much anymore. Carolina, you called them out as frauds, and they fired their offensive coordinator last week. Carolina did. Yesterday. But then they go to New England. This is the kitchen sink game for Buffalo, right? To prove that this is our division, and
not that they won't still make the playoffs here. It's more like the division, the lead of the NFC or the AFC.
Mm-hmm.
You really want this one if you're the Buffalo, and I feel like the Patriots have already been trending in that direction to where they can afford to lose this game and still, because they're on a bye next week.
New England is yes.
So
and then they'll go, and then they'll have the Bills again 2 weeks at home. So New England's going to go Buffalo bye at Indianapolis. It's obviously not an easy game to win there, and then Buffalo. They've got some games here that they can separate themselves.
Jay,
what?
Trivia question.
Thank you so much. You're the best.
Where are we at?
Well, since we're talking about that's what I was doing. I was leading into it. Yeah, that's because we're talking about Monday Night Football game. The trivia question.
I knew better.
So we're talking about the game tonight. And I told you that Buffalo's Highmark Stadium is the host of tonight's Pats-Bills matchup.
What's it called? I thought it was called something else.
Highmark Stadium.
Okay.
It opened in 1973. It's the 4th oldest NFL stadium. Name the other 3 older stadiums.
Well, Soldier Field's the oldest, right?
Soldier Field is definitely on that list.
100%.
1924.
We need a new stadium. Lambeau's on that?
Lambeau is 1957.
And Arrowhead.
Arrowhead, 1972. Good job. ESPN 1170 AM. Who we got?
Hey, fellas, you got the Illini himself, Adam, on the phone. How you guys
big
doing?
game tonight. Adam, Illini come to Carver Hawkeye Arena. It's going to be rowdy in there.
Always a hard place to play. I ain't gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
Not feeling all warm and fuzzy inside, but I do know we'll come out with a victory. I think the spread is pretty good at 2.5.
I believe so.
I think that's a good spread. I wouldn't go against it because it's going to be a tight game. I think last year there was some chippiness at Iowa City because, like always, Iowa had their farmers come out of the field and ref a game for them, and don't feel like we got a fair shake at that game. But it is what it is. We came back last year and won in Illinois, so we're 1-1 in this last series. So it's going to be a deal breaker here tonight. Hopefully, we can come out with a victory.
Yeah, in Iowa City, Iowa has a 56-22 advantage in games played there, and if you're looking at Carver, it's 21-12. The Hawkeyes have won the last 2 meetings in Iowa City. Illinois' last victory at Carver was a 70-66 win, February 18th, 2017. So,
yep, that was a beautiful day. I remember the birds were chirping. It was like 78 degrees outside, I believe.
Okay.
It was a beautiful day. Just all the worlds aligned.
Everything was great.
People were singing. Everything was great. Speaking of which, I see Florida has got my own personal hell. They got the Hawkeyes down there and the Cyhawks down there, the Cyclones down there. What's going on in Florida?
Well, they'll be excited with open arms. They'll open us there. They've already got a bunch of islands in there for the snowbirds as well, so they're used to it.
Man, that does not sound inviting for me. That sounds like something I'd want to stay away from.
Yeah, then you Illinois fans can stay at home.
Yeah, they let you
Well,
do
that's
that this
usually
year.
where we're at, Adrian.
That's nice
That's
that they let
usually
you
where
do
we're
that this
sitting.
year. They're like, don't worry about that. Yeah.
Hey, so wanted to bring up some points I was read today. What did you see the headlines of Dabo being out at Las Vegas, sideline with Mike Davis?
No.
Yeah.
I didn't
so
see that either.
There's some Monday speculation going on, reckless speculation.
We like reckless speculation.
Yeah.
So with what's his name going to Oklahoma?
Yeah.
Might as
So
well,
there goes my.
bandage
Yeah, we haven't talked about that
So
yet. Yeah,
Brent
Finkel.
Venables is the Clemson DC, who is the highest paid highest paid assistant in the land, goes back to Oklahoma, and so Dabo was on the sidelines, huh?
Yep, it looked like a college recruit visit if you were watching it. I watched some YouTube videos and everything of it, of people taking shots of him in the crowd, and those guys were hamming it up, and it looked like Mark Davis was sitting there trying to sell him the franchise. So I wouldn't be surprised if we start hearing that rumor mill start swirling here pretty soon.
Yeah. Let's see. We already mentioned Cristobal's leaving Oregon for Miami after the Hurricanes split with Diaz. Venables is going to Oklahoma. Jay Norville's going to Colorado State. That is interesting. That Dabo is that's not a bad call. To be honest with you.
I think it's the right move for him too. I don't think they struggled this year. They already have one of their quarterbacks going to the transfer portal. Get out while the getting's good, while your name's still relevant.
No, I agree with you here. I like this move here.
I like this move too. I did not see this one coming, but I think this is a smart move for Dabo. I think it's a smart move for Las Vegas. New identity.
He's got a little connection there. Renfro?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just Googled it, everything else. Yeah, it's Sweeney and Raiders gear and everything else. And, okay, so.
You got him in a Raiders shirt?
Yeah, he's in gear.
Oh, man, he was decked out in Raiders. I think he even had Raiders underwear on it. Couldn't see his zoom-in picture, but it was head to toe, man.
Yeah.
So staying on the NFL, so have you guys dug into any of the Colts and the Carson Wentz deal? This is kind of getting interesting. He's got to play 75% of his snaps, if you remember.
Yep.
And if he does, then the Colts lose that first-round pick next year.
Yeah.
If he doesn't play it, the Colts keep it. So right now, he is on pace to be over 75%. Actually, the next game, he should be over 75%. So my question to you guys is, how important is that first-round pick to you compared to making the playoffs? Because we all know right now that the Colts are in hunt of being division leaders, making the playoffs. But at the same time, how valuable do you think Wentz is? And then my other question to that is, well, I'll just let you answer that, and then I want to bring up another point.
I think it's okay that they give up their first-round pick this year. You kind of got your quarterback set right there. You got your running backs. You got wide receivers on the strides forward. I think the offensive line has been pretty good with Jonathan Taylor running behind it. The defense is pretty stout. I think that it's worth this year, especially making the playoffs and winning the division possibly, to go up that first-round pick definitely.
What do you think, Jay?
Okay. Well, they're going into a bye week. And then they've got New England. That's going to put them over the 75% snaps, all right?
Yep.
Then you're looking at Arizona. Maybe a game you can't win, maybe not. If it gets out of hand, you bench them in the second half and say, oh, we're keeping them healthy, blah, blah, blah. You give them the old BS. Then they're home against Las Vegas, very winnable game. And then and then they're at Jacksonville, one that doesn't matter. So they don't have any more divisional games left.
Jacksonville.
Outside of that one, but I mean, like, sorry, with relevance.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there's no.
We're already going over them.
Yeah. I don't think it's important either way. It's really about the standings. At the end of the year, I mean, let's take a look here and see where they're at, and they have it locked up. Listen, he's not playing at Jacksonville. That's the final week. I can guarantee you that much.
So here's the second thing I want to bring up. This is what kind of baffles me. So you're a baseball guy. You guys are baseball guys. Knowing the deal that you have, why didn't you have somebody watching him like a pitch count? So I was digging back, and I went and looked, and Week 6 and Week 7, he played every snap, and that was 68 snaps and 72 snaps. The 6th week they played, I can't remember who they played, but they won 31-3.
Houston.
Now, why was he still in that whole game? Why didn't they pull him out?
It's got to have something to do with either Tennessee 2 weeks later at home or at San Francisco, a game that I mean, that's not really one that's highlighted, but maybe something to do about at Tennessee. At home against Tennessee, because they had lost the game to Tennessee before, right? Yeah.
Well, after those 2 blowout wins is when they played Tennessee for that overtime game, which he did play every snap for that, which I get 100%. That's a divisional game you want to win. But the Week 6 and Week 7 games, when they won 31-3 and 30-18, why wasn't there someone in Frank Wright's ear saying, "Hey, let's pull Wentz out. We can keep his count down"? You could have had, both best of both worlds.
Yeah. All right. So now Tennessee's.
Wouldn't you?
You're 2 games back, and you're missing the head-to-head because Tennessee won both of them. So you're 2 games back. That's the tough one here, because you don't really want to lose your situation where you're at. You're sitting and you're on and you are playing for a playoff spot. You're at 7-6, but you're looking at a 9 right now if you're the Colts. The Steelers, geez, they're 6-5-1. Steelers have at Minnesota, Tennessee again, at Kansas City, Cleveland, Baltimore. Steelers do not have a favorable schedule, so if you're a Colts, you're on the outside looking in now. And the Bengals are sitting at the 7 right now, and the Bengals have San Fran this week at home, at Denver, Baltimore at home, Kansas City at home, at Cleveland. Not an easy schedule for Cincinnati either. They have to be, he's going to play, he will be playing the majority of the snaps against New England and Arizona, and then watch 17 and 16. Yeah, you're right. Why not do the snap? Because I don't think it matters, to be honest with you. I don't think it's that deep. Yeah, I don't think it's that deep of a draft. I mean, no one even knows who's being invited for the Heisman right now. I mean, they're like, oh, Aiden Hutch, and I know that doesn't matter. That's not what you're looking for. I mean, but they've got their running back. He's on a rookie deal still. And maybe you can. Yeah, I don't think it's that big of a deal to them, because I just don't think it's that big of a deep of a draft. I mean, there's going to be some defensive guys here and there, and that's what they're going to be going for in the first round. I don't know. It's really going to be interesting to see what they're playing for, because the Bengals and the Steelers do not have an easy schedule left, and the Chargers are the ones sitting there at 7-5 at the 6 right now, and they're looking at the Giants this week at home. Then Kansas City at home, divisional game at Houston, Denver, Las Vegas. And Denver, Las Vegas, those are all divisional games. So they have 3 out of their last 4 divisional games, whereas the Indianapolis Colts don't. Mm-hmm. Not saying anything. They still need to win to get in the playoffs. So it's going to be that's a fun one to look at, because people are going to get, Eagle fans are going to get upset. You're going to be talking about a type of like tanking situation, like sitting them, and that's kind of Bush League, especially if they lose a late lead. So that's going to be fun to watch. It's an interesting mindset to try to figure out where the Colts are at. Do they think they can get in, or do they think the first-round draft pick is worth it?
And then is Zimmer there next year? He can't be, right? The
Absolutely 100% not.
Era is done.
Yeah,
it's awful. And again, I say that only because why I do this to myself every week when I throw them in like a teaser or a money line or whatever else. But it's bad. And then I reached out to like a Vikings fan, and I said, listen, I'm not a Vikings fan, but I couldn't handle this if I was a Vikings fan. Like, this is he can't come back, right? Like, I was like, he just can't come back. And he said that. Let me throw this out. What he said. Part of the delay is because there is no in-house replacement or anything even close to the interim. He has hired all of his buddies' kids who have no business holding the positions they do. So, basically, if you're a Vikings fan, just be prepared to watch this type of play for the rest of the way out. I don't take anything away from that they've led in every single game they've had this year. Not one thing about I'm a Vikings fan. No. Detroit and Minnesota have played in 8 games that ended on the final play, including both of their meetings against each other. Carson Wentz went down that field on a prevent defense that would have killed us. I mean, absolutely killed any Iowa Hawkeye fan or whatever else saying, like, how do you do this or whatever else. He went down in what, a minute what? A minute and a half, minute 50 seconds? Let's see, he did a 14-play, 75-yard drive in 1 minute and 50 seconds. That somebody texted me and said, I've never seen an easier touchdown catch in the last play of the game. No pressure on anybody.
Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about, not Carson Wentz, sorry, Jared Goff.
There we go.
Jared Goff, sorry.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, anyway. That's Jared Goff's first win ever when Sean McVay wasn't his coach. He was 0-16-1 in his career when he wasn't coached by McVay. They were almost 365 days away from their last victory.
Oh, wow.
If you're a Vikings fan, it's just terrible. It's absolutely awful.
And now you're the asterisk that's on that Lions schedule that didn't get them the 17-0 first team to be 17-0.
Yeah, the 0-17, yeah. And you can't take anything away. Well, we were leading in every game. They've led in every game. Now I know they were out without Dalvin Cook and Thielen went down with the injury, but that doesn't say anything. It's the Lions.
Yeah.
That's what it is. The Vikings have led by at least 4 points in every single game this season. The only team to do that, and they are 5-7. No way. There's no way.
You get rid of it. You get rid of Cousins and you get rid of Zimmer. You got to get rid of them.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I want to bring up is I don't disagree with you. I was listening to you earlier about the Georgia-Alabama thing. I don't know what it is, but it's like I want to beat myself up. I listened to Paul Fonbaum this morning talking, and after I wanted to punch through my radio, it just made me think even more. Like, I watched quite a bit of that game, and if you watched any other Georgia games, they didn't run a zone or a defense like they were running against Alabama. They were almost playing like a sag defense. They were letting those wide receivers wide open. So my mind automatically goes to this is a conspiracy. They're wanting Alabama to win. They need Alabama to win. They don't want a playoff scenario without Nick Saban. And it brings more and more boiling to my blood just thinking about it. And then the phone bomb going on saying that, Alabama is the best team in the league. We're surprised they're not number one now. It's like, okay, I don't think Michigan needed maybe to get into number one, but I agree with you 100%. Somebody should have been number 4. That should have been Georgia. Just because they don't want to see an SEC rematch right away. They did it not too long ago before that when Ohio snuck in. They put Ohio at like number 3 or something, so Georgia had to play number 3. It was something stupid like that, if you remember.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I hate every second of it, and that's why I've never been a big fan of expanding the playoffs, but now I am because I'm just so sick and tired of seeing this SEC. Granted, they're both really good schools. I'm not going to take anything away from that, but it always seems like when it comes to the conference championship, if Alabama has that one loss, they're not losing it again.
No. In Alabama, I'm sorry. I think Notre Dame made a great hire over the weekend by bringing in their DC. Mm-hmm. But I think it was we need to have some type of we need to have an argument if Alabama has 2 losses, because the committee did say, hey, we do take a look at players that are not playing and coaches that are no longer there, and I think Notre Dame was like, we're making an effort to get in there. The argument would have been, would a 2-loss Alabama deserve to be under Notre Dame? And I'm telling you right now, I think the committee would have, and then you would have had your 1-4. Alabama would have been the 4, Georgia would have been the 1. But that's the way Cincinnati has an argument to say like we should have been 3. They won their game. They're undefeated. But but the argument is the college football purist is going to say, and Feinbaum as well, no, people are still going to watch the national championship at still at high levels, Nielsen ratings, everything else, despite it, which I get it, but you'll have more in the semis when you have Bama versus Georgia, and then Michigan, Cincinnati, and then you add it up, and then you have David and Goliath, somebody against SEC in the championship. But not on the committee. I think they should expand it too. I've been saying all along they're going to expand it anyway. So I mean, what did you see Bowlesby over the weekend at the Big 12 championship? He was interviewed beforehand, and he said that he doesn't know if they're going to get a deal to expand it by 2025. I think it is, or 2024. I don't even know. It's one of those two. He said that. It was on Saturday. He's like, we haven't come up with any agreement or any deal, and it's not looking good right now.
It needs to happen tomorrow. It needs to be over with.
Just do what everyone likes. It's 100%. More money. I mean, I don't know what everyone's thinking, especially with all the stuff that. Don't they need to make up money anyway from the COVID year?
You would honestly think so.
All right, Adam, we got to take a break, man.
Right. Yep, we'll talk to you guys later. Have a good rest.
Appreciate you. Thanks for the phone call.
Go Illini.
All right, bye. All right, we'll be right back. Maybe the second hour we'll be joined by people, I don't know. But first, I want to remind you to join R-Bar's Text Club. To get exclusive offers and updates sent straight to your phone, text R-Bar to 1-833-302-2216. Or go to textrbar.com, and you can also receive event announcements, new recipes and content, contests and giveaway, and much, much more. Go to their Facebook page as well. I know they got deals that they're helping out with, and then some other things like bottles of wine, buying groups of 6, and you guys are all going to have these Christmas parties. It's a great little thing to bring to them with white elephants. You'll be the hit of the party. Just buy the 6 of them at a price. Go check out their Facebook page while you're there. Like and follow their Facebook page. And then you can split up your 6 and take them to the parties. And everyone's like, look, they bring the best gifts. All right. We'll be right back. And it'll be at the top of the hour. We're going to play Guess the Lines. You guys can follow along with us in your car. However, you listen to us on the app or on Facebook Live doing Guess the Lines. And we're also going to do the New Year's Bowl game Guess the Lines.
Oh, I love that.
So it should be a good one. We'll be right back here. ESPN, Don't Hassle Us Local, ESPN, Quad Cities.
I've been earning and burning, snapping necks and cashing.
You like that? You like that?
Give me a hell yeah! I said give me a hell yeah!
This is Matt Koss of the Quad City Times, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
Running on empty? Don't let aging drain your body. Limitless Male can help you recharge safely under medical care. As you age, your body produces less testosterone, which can cause one or more symptoms: trouble sleeping, no energy, loss of muscle mass, poor concentration, belly fat, low sex drive, depression. Limitless Male can eliminate these symptoms with testosterone replacement therapy and re-energize your life. Schedule a free consult at limitlessmale.com.
With the calendar turning to December, we're moving inside the Carver Center and the brand new Anne Grieve Lund Natatorium. Entertaining small college action with Augustana College basketball, swimming and diving, men's volleyball, men's and women's wrestling, and women's water polo. New sports and facilities worth the trip to the Augustana College campus. Catch the Viking spirit by checking complete athletic team schedules at augustana.edu. Augustana College. Family friendly, front row seat to big time small college sports.
Hi, this is Tate with Westmore Carriers. Are you a CDL team driver? If so, Westmore Carrier wants you. Right now we are hiring CDL teams and paying each driver a $5,000 signing bonus. That's right, $5,000 for both team members. Plus, be home nights and weekends. Call me now at 309-644-2278. Westmore Carriers is looking for CDL team drivers now. Call now to get started, 309-644-2278. Online at westmorecarriers.com.
Back by popular demand, Gobo Productions presents One Night of Queen. Since forming in 2002, Gary Mullen and the Works have performed to sellout audiences all over the world. And now they're back in the USA for a brand new tour. One Night of Queen is a spectacular live concert recreating the look, sound, and showmanship of arguably the greatest rock band of all time. You'll hear classic Queen numbers including We Will Rock You, Fat Bottom Girls, Another One Bites the Dust, Bohemian Rhapsody, and We Are the Champions. One Night of Queen, performed by Gary Mullen and the Works. This show will rock you.
Coming to the Tag Slayer Center March 19th. Tickets are on sale now at the Tag Slayer Center box office and Ticketmaster.com. Presented by Town Square Media.
Wrap up the savings now during the JCPenney Friends and Family Sale. Through Wednesday, make everyone's spirit bright with an extra 30% off coupon. Pack more for less with the Protocol Simmons 5-piece luggage set, now $109.99. Plus, get glam and save up to 60% on diamond solitaires and studs. These savings are yours when you use your 30% off coupon. Joy, comfort, peace. JCPenney. Offers valid on select items through 12/8. Offers reflect after coupon savings. Exclusions apply. See store or jcp.com for details.
I'm Chris Rose with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. The Chiefs beat the Broncos 22-9 thanks to Patrick Mahomes' 10-yard rushing touchdown and a pair of picks by the improving Kansas City D. Tom Brady threw 4 touchdown passes and 368 yards in a Bucs win over the Falcons 30-17. Kyler Murray threw for 2 scores, ran for 2 more on the ground to help the Cards to a 33-22 win over the Bears. The Ravens fell to the Steelers 20-19 after a failed 2-point try that would have given the Ravens the lead with 12 ticks left. Justin Herbert threw 3 touchdowns and 317 yards passing to lead the Bolts to a 41-22 win in Cincinnati. The Lions won their first game of the season, besting the Vikings 29-27. Down by 4 with 4 ticks left, Jared Goff hit Amon-Ra St. Brown for the game-winning 11-yard score. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
The glowing lights, fresh-cut trees. Find all the holiday happenings at Lowe's Winterfest. With savings on select appliance special values, plus free local delivery over $396. And $20 savings on a Craftsman 20-volt max drill kit. Was $79, now $59. Make more holiday at Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. While supplies last, valid through 12/8. Appliance offer restrictions and other fees may apply. See store for details. U.S. only.
Napa know-how. Right now, a 5-quart jug of Napa full synthetic motor oil is only $19.99. It's the hottest deal of the year for the coldest time of the year. So if you're in your car right now, there's no need to turn on the heat. I'm about to read this sizzler again. That's Napa full synthetic for a hot $19.99. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating locations does not include taxes and fees. Advertised sale price not available in some states. Offer ends 12/31/21.
Football is life, and we're living it on your sports leader, ESPN 1170.
Live in the Hassle Castle here, ESPN 1170 AM. Don't hassle us for local. Just got done with a phone call from Adam reminding us again that Iowa versus Illinois is tonight. Basketball should be a decent game. 6 o'clock start. It'll be on FS1. Illinois' first visit to Carver Hawkeye Arena since February 2nd, 2020. The Hawkeyes have won 3 of the last 4 over the Fighting Illini in Iowa City, including 2 straight. Iowa's won 34 of its last 38 home contests dating back to the 2019-2020 season. So on FS1 tonight, it's good. Iowa started the Big Ten season against Purdue, which, by the way, is the AP number 1 now. We knew that.
Okay,
that
was pretty easy to see.
Yeah. Purdue was number 2 at the time. They won 77-70.
Did they just flip with Duke?
I don't know. That's an interesting question. I didn't see the rest of it.
I'll take a peek.
Yeah. But that'll be 6-1 tonight on MediaCom Court at Carver Hawkeye Arena in Iowa City. Tickets are $35 for adults, $20 for youth, and you can go to HawkeyeSports.com for tickets for that. Illinois enters tonight's game, having won 4 consecutive contests. Recently, the Fighting Illini beat Notre Dame 82-72, Rutgers 86-51 in Champaign last week. This is Illinois' only road game over a 23-day stretch tonight. 3 Illini average double figures in scoring. Kofi Coburn, Alfonso Plummer, and Jacob Grandison. That is 24, 15-1, and 11.3, respectively. The Illini rank 8th in the country in rebound margin. And this is Brad Underwood's 5th year at Illinois. I like that better, though.
Yeah. Much better name.
Yep. All right, we're gonna do guess the lines.
We're ready to go.
And we're gonna do the college football first.
All right, you want to hit the football games first?
Yeah, I just highlighted a few. I mean, obviously, we're going to do the semifinals, then kind of just stuck to the Big Ten, kind of what I thought we'd know. Unfortunately, I didn't update the Iowa State one yet. So what we'll do here, for those of you following along, first-time listeners or whatever else, we take a look at the schedule. We don't look ahead, and we just go ahead and we guess the lines and see what Vegas has and see how close we are at it. So I've highlighted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 games.
Oh, there's a back to
There's
this.
a backside.
There's a back
You
to
go
this.
ahead and take a look at that while I fill this out.
Just do it off.
You'll do it off the top of your head?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
I was wondering why you only highlighted those 3 games. I'm like, do you just not care about Baylor and Ole Miss? I'm like,
No.
why isn't Iowa on here?
No, sorry. I guess I should have told you. I actually told myself to remind you that as well. That I was like, hey, got to remind him that there's a backside. So, all right. So I highlighted 10 games. Hopefully, we'll pull them up. I'm going to rely on our friends from Elite Sportsbook to have these games up and running on there. If not, I'll have to go to an alternate. You want to work our way up?
Yeah, we'll just start right there. Or you want to work? Okay.
No, wait.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
I like that.
All right. Our friends from up north.
Let me tell you how disappointed I was about this T-shirt, bud.
Yeah, you ordered a T-shirt.
For those of you that don't know, I decided after Minnesota beat Wisconsin that I would wear a Minnesota shirt during the Hawkeyes Big Ten championship game. Of course, had my bib overalls, my Hawkeye bibs over top of it. And so Express shipped me a Minnesota Gophers shirt last week. Was real pumped about it. I wanted to get some laughs, wanted to have a good time. Over the weekend, I get a notification that the shirt is delivered. I'm excited. Everything's falling into place.
Yeah.
Every plan is going to work out to perfection.
Like Hannibal from the A-Team.
I get out of my truck. I'm running, but it's just a brisk walk. We're not really a runner. And so I get up to my porch, and there's my package, unharmed. And I feel it. And it's just a tube.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, there's
That's
no way
strange.
that this T-shirt can fit inside this tube. Open her up. Kind of starting to get disappointed. And what do I find? A Boys in the Hood movie poster.
That's a win to me. That's what I texted you.
I don't know if I'm going to return the poster. I think I'm going to keep the poster. If we got a spot up in here, maybe we'll put the Boys in the Hood
a win,
poster.
man. That movie is legit.
And you're right. That shirt was either going to Goodwill or it was not going to have sleeves on it come next summer.
It's a gift that keeps on giving, Clark. We got that hat going on here in the studio. So, yes, instead of getting your shirt that you were going to pay homage to for them beating the Badgers and getting Iowa and helping Iowa to get into the Big Ten championship, you got, instead of Boys in the Hood movie poster, which, again, win.
I just don't even understand, Jay.
Yeah.
I just don't even understand.
So, all right, December 28th, the Guaranteed Rate Bowl in Phoenix. This game will be played 9:15 on ESPN. Minnesota Golden Gophers 8-4 versus West Virginia, who is 6-6. Kind of putting you on the spot here, so I'll keep doing it. I have the Minnesota Golden Gophers favored in this game, even though I'm like, wait a minute. West Virginia, in the Big 12, who knows where it's at. But 8-4 versus 6-6 probably means a lot more to the Minnesota Gophers. PJ will get them up and running. I have the Minnesota Gophers favored in this game at -3.5.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're just sitting there in the 8-4. I know West Virginia likes to play well at home. This isn't at home.
This
This is clear across the nation.
Sure.
Yeah, Minnesota favored. I got Minnesota favored here by -3.
Okay. Folks out there playing along in the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment thread that have any guesses at all, I'm going to get this because I'm closer.
What'd you get?
It's 4.5.
4.5?
Yeah.
Huh.
4.5.
I'm rowing the boat, Jay.
That's right.
I'm rowing the boat. I like that.
All right. Kind of sticking to the theme. Important games, but also we'll throw in Big Ten games. The Music City Bowl in Nashville. That'll be on at 2 o'clock Central Standard Time on ESPN, December 30th. Purdue 8-4 versus Tennessee 7-5.
I think Tennessee kind of finished out the year a little bit better. That program seemed to be heading a little bit of a good direction. Purdue, I know they were winning some games, in the middle of the season there and upsetting some people, but they just got ran by Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
I like Tennessee favored here.
Yeah.
It is in Nashville.
That's right.
So, that's not where they play, right?
No.
No, that's it.
No, they play in Knoxville.
Yeah, still.
Still. Home game.
Yeah. I got Tennessee favored -3.
All right, I went a little bit higher, thinking it's SEC. I went Tennessee -4.5.
Okay.
It's actually Tennessee -2.5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I thought we'd be in the middle there.
Yeah, and then I actually guessed the over-under to be at 69, and I was too high. It's at 61. Tennessee likes to put up points. Purdue can put up points, too. Now, keep in mind, I don't know if I am privy to the information of, like, if David Bell's not playing in this game or anything like that.
And people are going to be sitting out more and more as we get closer and closer, so...
9:30 that night on ESPN in Las Vegas, the Wisconsin Badgers go to face the Arizona State Sun Devils.
Who did we have in here that said Arizona State was going to be in the college playoff?
We did not. You don't think it was Emily?
It was Spalding, wasn't it?
I don't know.
I think he said that he was like, "Oh, Arizona State's going to be in the college playoff."
I have no idea why.
That's all right. I said the Lions are going to win 4 games too.
Yeah. There you go. They can still do it.
They can still do it.
That's right.
Have
They're putting it together. I got Wisconsin favored in this game. Arizona State, I don't really know what's going on there. Last I heard, Hermed was just like, no, I'm coming back next year. It just seems like it's kind of in disarray all over the place. I've got Wisconsin -7 in this game.
I am just a little bit lower than you. Also, I like Wisconsin. I think that, they had a decent season. Played tough all year. They had some games where they really looked like they had everything put together. They had some games where they looked completely lost. I still like that Wisconsin's favorite. I got Wisconsin -6.
Give me the gold star, Adrian. It's Wisconsin -7. That is the last game on December 30th. Now we're going to go to December 31st. Nope, we're going to go straight to January 1st.
Yeah,
11 o'clock our time. Games. Penn State versus Arkansas. Arkansas at one point, I think, was like 5-0, 6-0 on the year. Then they ran into like Alabama. Penn State aspirations. They were the second favorite team. Yeah, I think it went Ohio State, Penn State, Michigan to the favorites to win the East.
They were wrong.
Yeah, 7-5 on the year. Penn State
projections.
Arkansas 8-4. I took Penn State as the favorite in this. I just gave them a good old -3.
Okay, I'm just on the opposite side of you. I'm not really sure where either one of these teams sit right now. How healthy are these teams going to be? Arkansas played tough. Arkansas's obviously in a tougher conference. I think overall we can say that.
Mm-hmm.
Hands down, and it's tough getting beat up by those guys every week. I like Arkansas favorite here though, -3.
I'm putting on a little run here. It's Penn State -3. I got it.
Ooh, double star back to back.
Yep.
Show
off is right.
Look at you, bud.
I tell you what, this is insane because
have a day.
We're going to go on to, I'm going to put the pressure on you because on that same day at noon, our time on ABC in the Citrus Bowl, Iowa versus Kentucky, and I actually hit this one on the head as well.
You got a star?
I got a star.
Oh,
and
man.
I did not look ahead. I did not know anything.
I'm not mad at you. Hey, it just goes like that some days, man. All right, well, we'll go with mine first since we already know Big Dog over there
that's right.
knows his stuff today.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way Iowa can be favored in this game, which I want to know when the last time like a 10-win team that's not playing another 10-win team hasn't been the favorite.
Sure.
We can't score. It's embarrassing. I feel like maybe I'm too low, but I just think they're going to give us some respect here. But without being able to score, I have Kentucky favored. I got Kentucky favored -3.
I agreed with everything you said, and I thought the only reason the Kentucky's getting the push is because it's SEC.
Yeah.
You were close, but I nailed it.
What was it, Jay? 3.5?
It's Kentucky -2.
2?
Yep.
Oh, another star.
Then at 4 o'clock on January 1st, in the Rose Bowl, Ohio State versus Utah.
You nailed again?
No, this is your chance to take this one.
All right, bud.
I understand this line more and more. I liked my line at first.
Okay.
But I understand this line a lot more now that I see it. So I'm going to tell you I was very high. And if this game was played in week 5, I think my line would be here. Sorry, no disrespect to the Utah Utes. But I went super high, and I went Ohio State minus 14.
Damn.
Yeah, I really, seriously, I just think it was Michigan just really wanting that game bad or whatever else. But the thing is also, Utah wants to be at the Rose Bowl. Ohio State doesn't want to be there. I should have been smarter at this line, and who knows who's going to sit out for Ohio State because of the draft and everything else, and how many guys from Utah are going to be doing that. Utah wants to be here. This line is a respectful line for Utah, and it still makes me want to take Ohio State because my line was much higher. What did you? I had Ohio State minus 14. What did you have?
Well, Ohio State loses to Oregon at the beginning of the year. Utah beats up on Oregon twice. You would think that everybody 1 + 2 = 3, you know, real quick. No. Ohio State needs to be favored in this game. Ohio State's a better team, better talent overall. I'm going to dog walk them. I don't have it as high as you, not nearly as high as you. It's still bowl game still. I don't know. Just like you said, Utah wants to be there a little more. I got Ohio State minus 8.
Okay. Yeah, you're in the right area. It's minus 6.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, run that one up.
Yeah. Yep.
That one's gonna move.
The Fiesta Bowl is at noon on ESPN. Notre Dame versus Oklahoma State. This is another one where I had to look at it. Oklahoma State's let down after the Baylor game. They really thought they had aspirations of the playoffs. Notre Dame was on a far, far outside looking in. They needed way too many things to happen to them. Plus, they had the coaching situation against them. We saw what happened when Oklahoma State with the highs. You know, they come down against Baylor. You know, they beat Oklahoma in the Bedlam, and then they come down and lose to Baylor when they were favored in that game. And they can ride these waves, and I don't know if they get up or down, and I don't know how much they're going to get up for the Fiesta Bowl. Notre Dame's going to travel much better than Oklahoma State. I had Notre Dame favored.
Especially in Glendale. That's going to be huge.
Yeah, I had Notre Dame favored, but I was higher than what it is. I have Notre Dame minus 6.
Okay. All the same boat as you. Notre Dame's going to travel better. It's going to be more like a home environment for them. They're just more nationally watched across the nation than other teams. They got to have the better talent here. I'm on the same side as you, Notre Dame. I have a little bit lower. I have a minus 3. I just think these games are going to be a little bit closer than.
Yeah, and you get this. It's Notre Dame minus 2.5.
Oh wow! I thought it would be higher than 3. In between, I thought we were going to land in between again.
So here we are now, folks. The dream we all dream of. The semifinal game. And boy, is this interesting. Boy, oh boy, is this interesting. First one up, we have number 1 versus number 4, Bama versus Cincinnati. That game will be at 2:30 our time, and then at 6:30, Michigan versus Georgia. You ready?
Yeah.
Bama versus Cincinnati.
Bama versus Cincinnati. Let's just start right now. Is it a double-digit spread?
It's a double-digit spread.
Do you have them at double digits?
I did. Did you?
Yes.
Okay. And I think we're in the right here.
I'm guessing you're going to be higher than me.
I don't think so. You go first.
What Alabama just did to Georgia was quite embarrassing, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about how Georgia is the best team in the nation. This is Nick Saban, folks. We've been seeing Alabama and his dynasty now for quite some time, and it doesn't look like it's going to go away anytime soon. Now that you tell me it's a double digits, and as I'm speaking out loud, I want to raise my number, but I'm not going to. I just have it at Alabama minus 10 straight.
I had Alabama minus 10.
Just right there.
Made sense to me?
Yep. This is the best team in the nation. And people that are saying, oh, what about the game against Auburn? And, oh, yeah, they just haven't looked that good this year. And when they lost on a last-second field goal on the road against Texas A&M, this is definitely the best team in the nation, hands down. talent-wise, coaching-wise, all the way around?
It's minus 13.5. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Boy. And, we talked about the rankings. The AP came out and they're the exact same as well, but so I guess if the AP is doing it too, we can't say too much about that, but I think that's a little high, a little disrespectful. They're going to try to use that to their advantage. But like you said, they're the best team. Now, the Georgia-Michigan line.
This one was tough for me. I definitely have Georgia favored. I feel like maybe I'm too high. Maybe I'm too low. I don't know what they're thinking now about after. What do you think about after that game? Georgia's running the table all year with 12-0. And, they come in and they lose to Alabama the way they did.
Mm-hmm.
I know Michigan. They're playing tough. They're a great team. No disrespect to them whatsoever. However, it is the SEC. Alabama and Georgia, in my opinion, are 1 and 2. Should have been 1 and 2, in my opinion. I have Georgia minus 6.
I actually had Michigan favored.
Really? I just don't think you can favor them. Just one loss to, a rival, kind of your big brother always beating up on you.
So I had Michigan favored, minus 3. That might have been a little bit just a hangover from what I saw.
There's just no way that they had Michigan favored, right?
There's no way they have Michigan favored.
Yeah. If I'm that far off, I'd be shocked.
You're not far off at all. Georgia minus 7.5.
Oh, wow.
I don't like that line.
I don't like it over a touchdown.
No, me neither.
But what do I know, honestly?
I mean,
let's just say right there. But
well, okay. Let's just go to
why. What was your reasoning behind having Michigan favored? Just
I don't really like Kirby Smart in these games, to be honest with you.
Okay, just big game.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's all. But I mean, this is also the first time Michigan's made the Big Ten championship, so I guess I can't say too much of that. But I'm trying to look at their losses, and when they lose big. The last time they were Georgia was in the 2019. They were in the national championship game against Burrow. They got boat race in that one, 37-10. And I think they this is only their second time making the playoffs, right? The other time I think they actually did run in the semis, like in Alabama or something like that. So I don't know where my thinking was on that one. For getting all those smaller ones right, I was pretty far off on those. So
that line's got to come down, right?
Line's got to come down.
That's got to come down. What do you think it ends up at?
7, 6.5.
Yeah, I was gonna say 6.5.
Just trying to. It's gonna keep an eye on that where the smart money's going.
Mm-hmm.
I think that public's going to be in Alabama. That's going to go up to 14.
Yeah, that's going to get higher.
Public's going to go, and I think smart money is the over/under for that for the semifinal between Alabama and Cincinnati is 58.5. The over/under for Georgia-Michigan is 43.5. It's quite the disparity.
It is huge.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was fun, but it also took up a lot of time. So let's take a break.
Okay.
A quick one.
Yeah.
Come back, and we'll do guess the lines. We'll do the NFL for Week 14. And see how well we're doing because, I think we'll do all right. I feel good about this week. But instead of just starting it up and then doing it in 5 minutes, let's just try to get through the noon games.
Bang, bang.
And then we'll get after the then we'll get in the afternoon games after the break, and that'll take us right into the end of the show. So, all right, we'll be right back here. ESPN 1170 AM, ESPN 104.1, ESPN Quad Cities.
You like that? You like that? Give me a hell yeah. I said give me a hell yeah.
This is Merrick Brave from SCW Pro, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
Hey, do you have time to go to Vegas with me?
Time? Yes. Extra money to pay for the flights? No.
No, not Vegas. I'm talking about Vegas, right here in the Quad Cities.
I've never heard about Vegas. Tell me more.
Oh, they're safe and secure gaming cafes with 6 locations.
What kind of games do they have there? And they've got beer, right?
They have the latest games provided by Gem, and yes, beer.
Sounds like I'm gonna save on flights, have fun, and win big.
To find out more about their locations and hours they're open, visit VegasGamingCafeIL.com.
The next generation of ED wave therapy is now at Limitless Male. Limitless pulse-focused wave therapy has clinically proven results for men wanting to improve their relationships. ED can be caused by age, heart disease, diabetes, or medication, and it won't get better on its own. Our new non-surgical wave therapy can help stop and potentially reverse damage. Take the ED quiz at limitlessmale.com. Get help from the men's health experts.
This ad furnished by Nesmataju LLC. Offer not valid in all states or prohibited by law. Loans are subject to lender approval. See website for details.
Honey, the credit card bill came, and we're maxed out.
Great. Maxed out cards, rent is due, bills are piling up. We just need some extra cash to help us get by.
We should do what my brother did. He went to 79cash.com and got $3,000.
With our bad credit?
79cash.com is different. They're one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with any type of credit get up to $5,000.
I'm sure there's a lot of paperwork.
Nope. My brother said it was fast and easy. He did it right from his phone.
If you have a regular source of income, you can be approved for a loan of up to $5,000 in minutes, and your cash can hit your bank account as soon as the next day. Our lenders have millions of dollars to lend regardless of your credit history.
Great news! I went to 79cash.com and we'll have our money as soon as tomorrow.
Wow, that is fast.
If you need extra cash, go to 79cash.com. That's 79cash.com. 79cash.com.
Hey, Ray Magliozzi here. I don't know about you, but my car could use a few upgrades. I mean, the 8-inch tier in the driver's seat does have sentimental value since my butt has molded to fit it, but I'm ready to move on. My solution? eBay Motors. They've got all the right parts at the right prices. 122 million of them, from seat covers to whole new seats. When I get that new seat, I think I'll put the old one in the living room, right next to the minivan seats, or as we call it, the sectional. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
Colleen, can you run back and wrap that? No, oh, you've got a customer.
The holidays came early for the Hendricks Boutique.
Yes, we'll be open even later when it gets
They'll need a temp fulfillment manager to tie up the holiday loose ends.
I need some more help at the register. Somebody? Oh, Sharon.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
I'm Chris Rose with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. The Chiefs beat the Broncos 22-9 thanks to Patrick Mahomes' 10-yard rushing touchdown and a pair of picks by the improving Kansas City D. Tom Brady threw 4 touchdown passes and 368 yards in a Bucs win over the Falcons 30-17. Kyler Murray threw for 2 scores, ran for 2 more on the ground to help the Cards to a 33-22 win over the Bears. The Ravens fell to the Steelers 20-19 after a failed 2-point try that would have given the Ravens the lead with 12 ticks left. Justin Herbert threw 3 touchdowns and 317 yards passing to lead the Bolts to a 41-22 win in Cincinnati. The Lions won their first game of the season, besting the Vikings 29-27. Down by 4 with 4 ticks left, Jared Goff hit Amon-Ra St. Brown for the game-winning 11-yard score. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
The glowing lights, fresh-cut trees. Find all the holiday happenings at Lowe's Winterfest. With savings on select appliance special values, plus free local delivery over $396. And $20 savings on a Craftsman 20-volt max drill kit. Was $79, now $59. Make more holiday at Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. While supplies last, valid through 12/8. Appliance offer restrictions and other fees may apply. See store for details. U.S. only.
Napa know-how.
Right now, a 5-quart jug of Napa full synthetic motor oil is only $19.99. It's the hottest deal of the year for the coldest time of the year. So if you're in your car right now, there's no need to turn on the heat. I'm about to read this sizzler again. That's Napa full synthetic for a hot $19.99. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating locations does not include taxes and fees. Advertised sale price not available in some states. Offer ends 12/31/21.
From the Vegas Gaming Cafe, this is the Quad City Sports Leader. ESPN 104.1 FM, 1170 AM, KBOB Davenport, K281DB Davenport.
Back Back on the air, ESPN 1170 AM, ESPN 104.1, ESPN Quad Cities. Getting ready to start Week 14, Guess the Lines. Going on here. Didn't really get to touch way too much in these games, so we get to highlight some of the games that they were in and why we're at we think they're at now. I mean, we talked a little bit about the Vikings-Lions games, but I guess once it's all said and done after tonight's big matchup, we can do that tomorrow and kind of do our power rankings too. We don't have to dwell too much on some of it, but what we're going to do here is we look at the week that's coming up, we guess the lines, and then we compare them to our friends at Elite Sportsbook, see who got it closer, who got it right, who got the gold star, all that fun stuff. So,
you want a hot take real quick?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
Everybody's really bad at football.
Everybody's really bad. And it's like, you think it's at the end of the week, but really it's 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There's actually 5 weeks still to play, and we don't know where anybody's at, to be honest with you. No one wants that 3 or 4 seed. It's crazy. And I don't even know if anybody wants to win the whole thing. All right, so it's time to play the game. Guess the lines. Feel free to play along in your car, at work, on the Heritage Pub Facebook comment thread. All right, Thursday, December 9th. It's our Thursday night game of the week. 7:20 kickoff. Pittsburgh goes to Minnesota. Big Ben, you want to talk about a hot take. Big Ben came out this week and said it's probably his last season.
And then did you hear the snap Aaron Rodgers to Pittsburgh right away?
No, really?
And right away, instantly.
Who should do? Oh, jeez.
It was instant. It was like Big Ben announces this will probably be his last year. Oh, Aaron Rodgers, perfect fit for his...
Yeah, that's not an announcement, Big Ben, by the way. Oh, because the weather's the same.
Yeah.
A coach that he respects. They've got like a quarterback coach who Aaron Rodgers once shared a bottle of wine with at dinner. Like they've got it. They probably connected all the dots. All right, Pittsburgh goes to Minnesota. I've said enough about Zimmer and Minnesota.
Minnesota favored? Minnesota's got to be favored, right?
Minnesota's favored in this game.
Still at home. It is the Steelers. They won by 1 point.
They're better than Minnesota, but Minnesota's favored. I gave Minnesota -2.
I'm at Minnesota -2.5.
Well, yeah.
The Lions. This is the line. They tied and lost.
The team that they tied to and the team they lost. Okay. So actually, shouldn't Pittsburgh be favored by a few points because they just tied and Minnesota lost to them? But that game was in the game they won was in Detroit, tied in Pittsburgh. All right, you're going to get this because you're closer. It's Minnesota -2.
You had 2, didn't you?
I'm sorry, it's Minnesota -3. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That
sorry. Yeah, you're going to get you're 2.5. It's Minnesota -3. All right. Let's run through the noon games. An AFC North championship. AFC North divisional game. The Baltimore Ravens at the Cleveland Browns. Baltimore Ravens decided to go for 2. They didn't get it. Cleveland Browns, I don't know if they know what they're doing there, if they're are they just frustrated with themselves because they were supposed to be the darlings in that division. And they have a shot still.
Is Baker going to be healthy for this game?
I don't know. I'd rather have Case Keenum anyway. Who cares? I've got Cleveland favored in this game. I've got him at -1.5.
We're pretty much set in the same boat here. I have Baltimore favored -1. Without that 2-point conversion try.
It makes a difference, doesn't it?
Yeah.
They get that, and it's a different story, and you might have Baltimore favored or whatever else.
Yeah, I have Baltimore favored -1.
It's Cleveland -2.
Okay.
So
everybody's right there.
Yeah, it's all around there. That line, probably the Sharps will jump on Baltimore on the road there, to be honest with you.
I imagine so.
There's something weird about that game that we talked about, the Ravens and the Steelers, and I don't quote me on it, but I will have a follow-up on this. I don't know if it's like the AFC North or if it's Baltimore and the Steelers, but it's something like crazy. Didn't I say this the other day, like last 16 games, that if it's in like 3 points, the other team that was the dog is like 14-1-1. And I think that was Ravens versus Steelers, but I'll follow up on that. All right, Jacksonville at Tennessee. Tennessee Titans hosting the Jacksonville Jaguars. AFC South battle. Yep. I've got Tennessee favored, of course.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
I just go out on a limb there.
This is just the game. Like it's
throw everybody off on that one. Yeah, I've got them coming off of a bye. I should have looked at that a little bit deeper. I only got them at -8.
I'm higher than you. I still think, it's Jacksonville. It's brutal down there. It's getting hard to watch. Tennessee -10.
You get yourself a gold star.
Ooh, that's my first star of the day.
Tennessee -10. I probably should have been looking at a little closer coming off a bye and everything, too.
Yeah, but they're still not healthy. They're not any good still.
They're not any good.
There's no way. I don't like that line.
Las Vegas Raiders at Kansas City Chiefs. Don't know really what's going on too much with the Raiders here, outside of that Dabo was on the sidelines. Kansas City covered spread last night. That was definitely that home game. Now they're home again.
Was it 9.5?
I think so, yeah. But it opened up. It dropped down. It was like 8.5 or 8 by kickoff. So, but that was So Raiders just lost to the Washington football team. I have Kansas City favored. I have Kansas City -10.5.
Well,
I started with the -10. I moved to 10.5, thinking I was like, listen, the Vegas knows the public is going to bet the heck out of Kansas City, so I put a hook on there.
Yep.
What do you got?
We got the exact same number. Everything you said is exactly what I thought. 100%. I even started at 10 and I moved it to 10.5 afterwards.
Yep, I have it right here too. It's actually -9.
Okay,
and I'm surprised by that.
Yeah, that's going to be up to double digits.
That's going to move.
Yeah,
I know it's a divisional game and everything else, but that line's going to move. It should, as well. It should. All right, the New Orleans Saints travel to the New York Jets.
Taysom Hill, New Orleans Saints.
That's right. Saints off of back-to-back Thursday night games.
They said he will continue being the starter
until Aaron Rodgers comes into town.
We can watch Tom versus Aaron next year 2 times.
The Jets just got done in what happened? The first half of that game, it was like a shootout between Zach Wilson and Gardner Minshew, and the second half turned into defensive battle. It was boring. Yeah. Jets just lost to the Philadelphia Eagles. Saints lost to the Bills on Thursday night. They have a little bit more rest. I didn't make it too much here. I probably should have.
Who did they lose to on Thursday night?
Bills,
Cowboys.
Right? The Bills. Was it Cowboys?
Cowboys.
The week before it was the Bills.
Yep.
Sorry. I gave Saints -4.5 favorites on the road.
I'm just a little bit higher than you. Saints favored by 5 on the road. The Jets. I kind of like the Jets here.
You like the Jets and the points here?
Just what I saw with Taysom.
Yep.
Unless Kamara comes back. Kamara comes back, it's going to help out a lot.
You're going to get this one. You're closer. It is Saints -6. So you might like that a little bit more, the Jets getting 6. I like that too, actually.
Yeah.
That may be the dog that I like.
Kamara, though. Kamara comes back. That's a game changer.
Divisional game. Dallas Cowboys go to the Washington football team. Noon kickoff. Washington football team off of, Taylor Heineken. Look at him go.
Every time he wins, he gets like $200,000 extra or something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's stupid. Every time every game, he's just making money right now.
He's just got this weird contract that is like, hey, if you ever get in here, if you're the starter, good for him. I had the Cowboys favored on the road.
Yeah, so do I. Still a lot of questions there with that Dallas team. They might have been winning, but they might have won against the Saints on Thursday, but still a lot of questions.
Yeah, I'm in agreement there with that. Right now, Washington, if we're to start today, Washington would be in the playoffs. They're 2 games behind Dallas. Dallas can afford to lose this one. Washington's playing for their playoff lives, so that makes it interesting. I went Cowboys -5.5.
A little bit lower than you, Jay. I got Dallas -4.
It's a good guess because it's going to get you a star.
Ooh.
Dallas -4. That's a good one. I actually did this, that Cowboys on a neutral site are a touchdown better, and I only gave them the 1.5. So back the old school way, they're saying, and I guess divisional, maybe I should have taken 1.5 off because they know each other. So I get where you're at with the 4. I just changed my ways about home teams are only good for 1.5.
Is Washington our new Philadelphia?
No. Hold on.
Take a peek.
Dallas at Philadelphia, at Dallas, Philadelphia. It's all divisional games.
For Washington?
Yeah. Home against Dallas, at Philadelphia, they can make their case to win this. They got Dallas in 2 out of 3 weeks, but they go at Philadelphia, at Dallas, home against Philadelphia, at New York Giants. Keep your eye on them.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Atlanta at the Carolina Panthers.
Atlanta.
NFC South game. Carolina on a bye.
Cam Newton started this game?
Atlanta flirted with maybe at one point covering the spread, but that was like late in the first quarter, and then after that, they're no good. Cam Newton back, I have no idea. Their offensive coordinator's gone. I don't like this line. I think it stinks. I like Atlanta in this game.
You like Atlanta in this?
I like Atlanta in this, seriously, and you know how I feel about Atlanta usually. I did not think. I think there's. I don't care with the bye of Carolina. Too much uncertainty as offensive coordinator. They benched Cam Newton. I gave this a pick.
Okay. Well, you know that doesn't happen.
I know it doesn't happen. I don't think. Yeah.
These teams are awful.
Yeah, I don't want to watch this one.
This is not a game that will be anywhere close to a TV.
Unless you're in, yes, just like you're saying, unless you're a degenerate gambler who, and you'll know as soon as someone's like, "Hey, can I get that Atlanta Carolina game on down at Frick's?" And you're gonna go, "Oh, you got money on them."
I get that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No problem.
Man, you're probably right. Atlanta probably should be favored. Carolina -3. They're at home.
Yep.
Off a bye.
Give yourself a star. That's it. You got it.
That's it. That's the whole thing, right? Coming
That's
off a bye.
Yep.
At home.
I could have cared less.
You just fired your offensive coordinator. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Was it that bad? Or was Cam Newton playing that bad?
It's all of the above. That's not his fault that Darnold, the trade for Darnold didn't work, and McCaffrey's hurt, and Darnold's hurt too. And then signed Cam Newton, and he's not bringing back what he was in 2015. But he'll find a job somewhere. He'll probably end up in Alabama. That's like all former assistants go to. So we'll see.
They got to start tanking, right? They got to go after a quarterback. But even you said this draft isn't really quarterback friendly or anybody friendly.
Joe Brady to Oregon? Maybe. All right, final noon game. Then we'll take a break. Seattle at Houston. Now that I look at it, I'm going to be way off on this one. Listen, I don't understand the Seattle team, what they did to San Francisco.
I told
Houston
you that they were going to win that game, Jay.
I know. The Houston situation as well. Like, who knows? Houston played a divisional game against the Colts. Seattle's trying to make their season relevant again. This doesn't make sense to me, this line. I'm off again. And when I picked up this paper when we started to do it, I liked it. I only gave Seattle like -2.5.
Yeah, I'm a lot higher than that. This is still Houston.
Good job.
They're trending in the other direction. They're trending in the same direction.
The other direction?
They're trending in the same direction that they have been all year. Houston has.
Seattle's 4-8.
No, I'm saying that this Houston is just they're getting worse and worse. I feel like they're getting put into the ground by everybody now. First team eliminated from the playoffs as well.
Yeah, that's the key right there that I should have been paying attention to. They're the first ones eliminated playoffs. They don't care anymore. They don't have anything.
It's over.
Yeah,
there's no care in the world.
I'm way off on that one then.
Seattle -6.
Yeah, you are going to get that. Obviously, there's nothing to play for. I mean, do you just sit Tyrod and let Davis Mills see what happened? I mean, you took. You got to see what you got out of that, and you got to regroup and figure out if you're going to what you're going to do in the next direction. If you're going to get another quarterback, or I actually like this one. This will be in a teaser. That's
where
for
they
certain.
at? Where's the line at?
It's Seattle -7.5.
Okay. Oh, I was even low there. I thought I was high. I wrote that down. I think I started it at 5, and then I moved it to 6 in my head.
All right, we got 4 afternoon games, the Sunday night game of the week, including the Chicago Bears at the Green Bay Packers, and then the Monday night game, an NFC West game. We'll do that when we come back from break here at ESPN 1170 AM. Don't hassle us, we're local.
He's going to make your Rudy Poo candy ass famous.
You like that? You like that?
Give me a hell yeah!
I said give me a hell yeah!
This is Julian Vandervelde, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
Over the past few years, people in the Quad Cities have been buying online more and more. Now, since the pandemic hit, online sales have absolutely skyrocketed. Having an online presence was important before, but now it's an outright necessity. But don't worry, mylocalcustomers.com is here to help. All you need to do is go to mylocalcustomers.com to receive a free competitive analysis to see what Town Square Media can do for you. We'll help you find more local customers online and help grow your business faster. Town Square offers premium website services that get you new leads every day, plus a dedicated marketing specialist who will work with you the whole time, so you don't have to mess with updating a website. It's fast and easy with no contracts, so you can cancel at any time. Be one of the first to sign up and receive $500 in free advertising on ESPN 1170 AM. As a business owner, you know how hard it is to get people to cross a bridge to get to your business. These days, they don't need to. Find your customers and keep your customers. Go to mylocalcustomers.com.
You know when you order a new video game, or a golf club, or a blender, and then it arrives at your door. You get a little thrill. Imagine how much more thrilling it is when you order a new car. With Nissan at home, you can shop for the perfect ride and order it without ever having to go anywhere. Sure beats a golf club or a blender. Buy a new car entirely online with Nissan at home. Delivered direct from dealer to driveway. Thrill starts here. Services may vary at participating dealers, subject to applicable law. See dealer for details.
We're planning a trip to Spain later this year.
But our Spanish
is pretty bad. So we're using Babbel.
Babbel's conversation-based method teaches you real-life words and phrases. And with Babbel's interactive, bite-sized lessons, you'll remember what you learned.
There's no easier way to learn another language.
Ahora hablamos español.
He just said, now we speak Spanish.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free. Just go to Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. Everyone's so full of joy and cheer. Hustling and bustling from shop to shop. Yuletide carols on every street corner. Yes, it's true. A turkey and some mistletoe help make the season bright. But do you know what helps make the season tolerable? Not having to cook. Let Grinders and Spaghetti House cook you a family feast. Choose from spaghetti, mostaccioli, ravioli, tortellini, or fettuccine alfredo with your choice of garlic, plain, or cinnamon bread. Doing some daytime running? Grinders lunch special will bring a smile to the Grinchiest of Grinches. So this season, between the shopping and the get-togethers, make time for your family. Let the elves at Grinders Spaghetti House help make your season bright. Pick up your true Italian feast today at one of Grinders' 3 convenient Quad City locations: Avenue of the Cities, Moline, East Kimberly Road, Bettendorf, and West Locust Street, Davenport.
Download their new app and order online from the Moline or East Kimberly Road locations at grinderspaghettihouse.com.
I'm Chris Rose with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. The Chiefs beat the Broncos 22-9 thanks to Patrick Mahomes' 10-yard rushing touchdown and a pair of picks by the improving Kansas City D. Tom Brady threw 4 touchdown passes and 368 yards in a Bucs win over the Falcons 30-17. Kyler Murray threw for 2 scores, ran for 2 more on the ground to help the Cards to a 33-22 win over the Bears. The Ravens fell to the Steelers 20-19 after a failed 2-point try that would have given the Ravens the lead with 12 ticks left. Justin Herbert threw 3 touchdowns and 317 yards passing to lead the Bolts to a 41-22 win in Cincinnati. The Lions won their first game of the season, besting the Vikings 29-27. Down by 4 with 4 ticks left, Jared Goff hit Amon-Ra St. Brown for the game-winning 11-yard score. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
The glowing lights, fresh-cut trees. Find all the holiday happenings at Lowe's Winterfest. With savings on select appliance special values, plus free local delivery over $396. And $20 savings on a Craftsman 20-volt max drill kit. Was $79, now $59. Make more holiday at Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. While supplies last, valid through 12/8. Appliance offer restrictions and other fees may apply. See store for details. U.S. only.
Napa know-how.
Right now, a 5-quart jug of Napa full synthetic motor oil is only $19.99. It's the hottest deal of the year for the coldest time of the year. So if you're in your car right now, there's no need to turn on the heat. I'm about to read this sizzler again. That's Napa full synthetic for a hot $19.99. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating locations does not include taxes and fees. Advertised sale price not available in some states. Offer ends 12/31/21.
Your sports leader is new and different every day. Download the ESPN 1170 app today and never miss a thing.
back on ESPN Quad Cities. That includes 1170 AM and 104.1 FM. We've done the noon games against the Lions. Now we have the afternoon games against the Lions as well. Detroit goes to Denver. Okay. Detroit looking to put together back-to-back wins. Denver looking to bounce back after...
When's the last time Denver had back-to-back wins?
That's a good question.
Remember I asked you on Thanksgiving who was the last quarterback to win not named Matt Stafford in a Detroit Lions uniform?
Mm-hmm.
Sean Hill was the answer.
Okay.
So now Jared Goff.
I think Denver... didn't they start off... They were at Jacksonville, they won, and then they beat the Jets at home. Week 2 and 3 they had back-to-back wins for certain.
Oh, Denver?
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't they start out 3-0 or something like that, or 4-0?
I believe so, yeah. They were at the Giants, at Jacksonville, then at Jets.
Yeah, they won all those games.
Yeah. All right. I've got Denver at home favored against the Lions. I got them at -6.
I'm just 1 point higher than you, Jay.
All right.
Yeah, Denver's got to be favored here. There's no way.
Yeah. Well, you're going to get it. It's -8.
-8.
And that sounds about right.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of shocked it's not double digits.
This one's interesting to me. And I know Mike Glennon got hurt. So it's the Chargers versus the Giants at the Chargers. And maybe I should have been a bit higher, but I'm still real timid about these Chargers and what they're going to give us. I only gave the Chargers -7.5.
You're higher than me?
Really?
I got 7.
See?
I kind of stayed away with these two games right there. Went -7, didn't really know where to be right here. You know, I feel like it could be higher, it could be lower.
Yeah, this one's high. This one's at Chargers -10, so I only get it. I'm a half point higher than you, but I'm closer.
Are we on the third string quarterback now for the Giants?
I think so. Like I think they.
No Danny Dimes.
Yeah, is he
no
still?
Mikey Helikey?
Yeah, Mike Glennon got hurt, and then I think like a defensive back offered to be emergency quarterback for him so that he can throw 2-yard out routes or something like that. He's making fun of somebody. So let's see. Yeah, I think he said I can. Yeah, that's what it was. It was a defensive back. And he said that he wanted to be emergency quarterback, offered his services to go in. And when they asked after the game, he said, yeah, I can throw just little 2-yard routes like Tua. Even though he got beat by him, he's making fun of Tua. He's like, yeah, I can throw. I can
do that.
I can throw 2-yard passes. All right, San Francisco goes to Cincinnati. Cincinnati.
Both these teams on disappointing losses.
Yeah, disappointing losses. It's going to be an interesting one. Weather's going to pay attention here. If Debo's out, we don't know if Debo's back in, do we?
No, he's out again.
Yeah.
One more week. Maybe another one.
I gave Cincinnati -3.
I'm just a little bit lower than you.
Okay.
-2.
Yeah, they're going to agree with you, our friends from Elite Sportsbook, because they've got Cincinnati just -1. Rather interesting. I get it. Neutral field, but so they'd say since they are saying San Fran is better than them, -2. They're better than 2 points, and then they give Cincinnati the 3 there, even though it really should be 1.5. I don't know. I just went on a dumb run of about 3 here, so that to show my hand. The Bills are coming into Tampa Bay. The Bills are on a Monday night game. I'm surprised we have a line off of this after the game before we have the game. But
is there a line?
There is. I took Tampa Bay -3, to be honest with you. But I think Tampa Bay now is on back-to-back covers after that Washington loss.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, no, and the Giants, too. So the Giants lost, and I think they're 3-0 against the spread in their last 3 games. So, but yeah, I just gave it a 3. The Bills, because like you said, this is Bills making their statement. This is a run for them. This is what they have everything highlighted. These 3-4 games in a row.
These games have to be won, or at least competitive. You know, to really keep the respect in their name. Maybe you don't have to win this one. You got to win tonight. in my opinion. You don't have to win this one. You have
Yep.
to win tonight. 3.5 Tampa Bay. That's what I got. I put the hook in there.
Yeah, give yourself a star.
Ooh.
That's right.
We're now tied on stars.
And then the game everybody's going to be paying attention to because why not? It's a Sunday night game of the week.
Why would you flex this game out of Sunday night already?
Oh, people are going to love this.
I know. They're just going to beat the hell out of
Bears go to Green Bay. They're just going to beat the hell out of them. Bears go to Green Bay.
Yay.
Yeah.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Yeah, so I got Green Bay in double digits favorites.
Yep.
-10.
I'm sitting in the same boat. What's it
They
at?
are double-digit favorites. They're just a little higher than us.
How much higher?
Green Bay -12.5.
Oh, that's going to go up, and that needs to be taken. They're going to beat the hell out of them.
God, I love that. If you can get that, look at the first half bet on that. If you can get that at 6.5, run with that all day. -6.5. Green Bay is going to be up on them in no time. It's going to be all garbage time for the Bears, and depending on who's going to be doing what for him quarterbacking. But
I said I want Nick Foles in. Let's do
I
it.
love the Packers first half in that game. That is a no-brainer. I like them first quarter, first half.
Bet the farm.
That's right. And then finally, we've got the Rams at Arizona tonight. I mean, Monday night, December 13th. Arizona, I have them favored. You never know what you're getting with this Rams team. Arizona looked fine. I've got Arizona -3.5.
I'm just a little bit higher than you. I gave him a little bit more with the hook. And like you said, we just don't know who we're going to get with Matt Stafford every week. And is he going to be the Detroit Matt Stafford, or is he going to be
Exactly.
Who we think he can be? Yeah, I'm at 4.
Yeah.
Didn't Arizona win this game earlier this year?
Huh?
Did Arizona win this game already earlier this year?
Say that again.
Did Arizona win this game earlier this year? Have they played yet? They played once already, right?
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Yes. Week 4, Arizona won at Los Angeles. Yeah.
It's tough to beat a team twice in a year. I'm not gonna lie. It's really tough to beat a team twice in a year.
It is. This means more to the Rams, right, than anything else?
Yeah, it has to. You're still trying to catch them. It looks almost impossible, but you got to have this game to win in order to do that for sure.
Have we gotten any report on if the Manning cast is going to be on tonight, the Manning Night Football? Because I'm looking at it right now, and I'm coming up with 7 days ago cast. Let's see. After week 12. Let's see here.
Why wouldn't you?
I don't know.
This is a big game in the AFC, divisional game. The Patriots, both these Manning brothers have,
They return tonight.
Okay.
All right. They return tonight. Who's going to be on?
Teddy Brucey.
That's what I was just going to say, too. There's your defensive guy. There's your guy who does whatever else.
We're not bringing any more players on, it doesn't seem like.
Okay.
So they're stepping away from that.
Jim Kelly. No, not Jim Kelly. Sorry.
Randy Moss?
Randy Moss would be good. Randy Moss would be good.
Who's a Buffalo guy? Marshawn? No, Marshawn's already been on this year.
I wonder what Thurman Thomas is up to, but he doesn't talk very much. Won't be Scott Norwood for his missed field goals in the Super Bowl. Marv Levy, the coach, former coach, he's still alive?
I'm not sure.
Who's a Buffalo? Who's a Patriots? Proud fan of them that they have on. I wonder if they'll pull Bill Simmons. He won't do ESPN.
Yeah.
He's not. They're not letting him back yet.
I don't know.
Bill Simmons would be a great one.
Who is there a big celebrity Patriots fan?
I know a big Buffalo Bills one.
Who?
Not too much into the highlight anymore. Chad Michael Murray from One Tree Hill.
And that's it, folks. Today
It's true. I don't know what else to tell you. It's true.
Big One Tree Hill fan, bud?
Huh?
Big One Tree Hill fan?
Yeah, actually, I am. I've seen a lot. Yes, I've seen a lot.
You watched that on your own too, didn't you?
I started to. Yeah, I'm a sucker for teenage angst dramas, and then I watched it. I was late to the party. Started following on like this dumb thing called SoapNet, and then I caught up, and then I started watching the season. Then I made my daughter start watching, so she's seen all of them as well. We watched them during the pandemic, so yeah, that's what I'm saying. That would they would not know what to say to him. I'm going to... All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Only 3 guests tonight.
Okay. Did we get any of them right?
Absolutely not.
Of course we didn't. We never do. No Randy Moss? I feel like that'd be a good one.
No Randy Moss. Guest 1, David Letterman. Guest 2, Aqib Talib.
Okay.
Guest 3, Joe Buck. You know?
Why Joe Buck?
I don't know. I really don't.
Is it because maybe he's talking about how he's going to take some time off?
What do you mean?
Isn't he about to take some time off in baseball a little bit? Didn't he say that?
Oh, maybe, but I don't know. Maybe he gets to, like, relax and kind of get to share some stories. And if you get to listen to Joe Buck, he doesn't drive you as crazy.
Yeah.
If you get to know his personality, to be honest with you, it's when he's calling your games that you're just like, I've had enough of it. I've had, because you kind of feel like he's you feel like he's calling against your team. So, David Letterman, I'm sorry. Hey, I watched it, but that's in the 80s and early 90s. David Letterman doesn't do it for me.
No.
Like in any sense whatsoever.
I bet he'd be good TV with the Manning brothers, though. I don't think so.
He's also 70, almost 80. I have no idea. Something like that. I have no clue.
Your
What
opinion doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah. Aqib Talib, former, he played for the Patriots defense. Yeah.
Yep.
So that's a good call. I thought Teddy Briscoe would be good too. I thought Randy Moss would be great as well. I wish that they could get over that whole thing, and I don't wish. He can hold his animosity as much as he wants to against ESPN, but I think Bill Simmons would have been great with those two going back and forth. And actually, Peyton Manning was on Bill Simmons' podcast not too long ago.
Really?
Yeah, I would say 3 or 4 weeks ago, and it was great. Those two talking about, because he's a big Bill Simmons, a big Patriots fan, so they got to talk about a lot of those games, that Peyton had against the Patriots. So I thought that would have been really good, but there's too much animosity between those two. If Joe Buck relaxes and can be his personality, it could be a win for him and everybody. I bet you Aqib Talib's going to be fine. And David Letterman's going to get his jokes in, and Peyton and Eli are going to oversell it way too much. I mean, over the top, like he's the funniest person to ever set foot on the planet. It's good. So I don't know how much I'll watch of this. I know I have wrestling practice tonight with the kid, and then it's the twins' birthday at the R Bar. So I know they're having a little birthday party tonight. So they have live music and everything.
That's fun.
Yeah, get up
Who's
there.
Playing?
That's a great question. Get up to the R Bar and celebrate with those guys. Let me see here. If I can help you out here, I will.
Brundies?
I don't think so.
Yeah, he doesn't do much music, I guess.
Let's see. It's their 50th birthday party. It's going to be at the R Bar. It opens at 5, and live music from 7 to 10. So stop up there and go see the guys. So, yeah.
They should be feeling pretty good by then.
They should be doing all right by then, yeah. So, all right. Well, that's going to do it for us here.
Yeah.
On ESPN. It should be a good Monday Night Football game. Real quick, you like the Bills -3?
I like the Bills -3.
I like the Bills -3 as well. Anything else tonight that you're looking at?
Bulls. I think it's 3.5 against the Nuggets. Nuggets are hurting. Nuggets are just hurting a little bit. I think that the Bulls can take it to them tonight.
Bulls are taking them tonight in Iowa, Illinois?
Go Hawkeyes.
Go Hawkeyes. I love it. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow, folks. We'll do our power rankings. We'll kind of break down more of the games from Week 13 because we didn't get too deep into any of it, but we'll have some fun and reach out to some people as well. Enjoy yourselves, Quad Cities. Stay warm, stay safe, stay sanitized. Good luck today. Good luck every day. We'll see you tomorrow.